The way you did it, I saw how you did like my group is specifically Snapchat.
Okay.
So how do I get in contact with those people? Oh, I guess on Canvas, yeah?
Yes, that's a fantastic question. I'm glad you asked that. So I'm going to actually go to our Canvas class, and I want to make sure I get to the right one. All of this is in my way. I am going to get into our class. And I keep having to move us around so I can show you things. Let me move this around. This is going to be a really exciting video.
Ready? Is that Ruth?
Hi.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
All right. Do I have more people or just one? Oh, okay. Oh, can you hear me? All right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're talking to me, right? Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go to the modules. And everything on this is always a lot slower for some reason because it's too much, it's taxing the system too much. But we're going to go down to our module here. And we're going down to module 2A for our micro theme. And I have a number of different items here that say group assignment, group workspace discussion forum, which is where you'll meet your group. And I'm going to open that up in a minute. And then a place for you to put your work, which is the Google Slides. And then when it's all over, you're going to reflect here. So I'm going to go over that one more time for you, but also for anyone watching this particular video. Hopefully it is video recording this time. Okay, so right here it says, oh, we moved down here. Right here it says group assignment, summary and rhetorical pressies, and this will give you all the instructions, and I will probably click on that in a moment. Right here is the workspace. So this will be where you work with your group. I will open that up first after I show you the other two items. Right here are the Google Slides. So the work that you produce in your workspace, you're going to put in this collective Google slide. And then finally, once you're done, you're going to reflect on what happened, what went well, if people did their work, etc. here. So I'm going to start off not with the assignment, but I'm going to go to the workspace discussion forum. On that, and hopefully it will open in a moment. And here we are. And because this is a teacher view, you are seeing that I have the 4 different groups. And you said you're on Snapchat. Is that correct? Okay. I don't remember. I just have names written down, so I don't remember who is doing what. But right here, everybody has received this in the discussion forum, where there is a link again to the assignment, to the workspace, the assignment, and then right here, your Snapchat. So the text you're going to focus in on is Kozel's text. Facebook will look at Plato's, Instagram will look at Rose's, and Twitter will look at Malcolm X's. Okay? So what's going to happen is you have the place to say, hey, we're working on this, and I've noticed this is my part, this is your part, let's get started, there's a time frame, but maybe we want to try and get done by this weekend, or what are everybody's schedules, did anyone have any problem with the reading, etc. Okay, so this is your workspace, so your people will be all here, okay? This is where you will go to do the behind the scenes, all right? Okay. Now I'm going to actually back up and I'm going to actually go to the assignment, but I have mine open here, I believe. Here it is. So you're going to want to print this because this is going to help you. You're going to do this a total of 3 times, 1 for each micro theme. The micro theme we're working on now is learning power. The next one will be the Wild Wired West. And then the last one is going to be True Women and Real Men. And so you're going to do this 3 times. I expect that the first time you do it, it's going to be a little messier than you want it to be, and that's okay. I'm not worried about perfection. I'm just worried about you guys going through the process. So the goal is for you to be able to collaborate with your peers, but it's also to help you get a deeper meaning for the text so that you can get ready to write your essay. So you are going to create in your group a rhetorical precis and a summary for Kozel. That's your text. You're not doing the others, but you will have access to the others. And what I'm having you do is I have created a table here, a collaboration sign-up sheet. And you are either student 1, student 2, student 3, or student 4. Your number is important. It's located in the announcement, but it's also located on the sheet that tells you, the page that tells you what you're doing. So if you are student 1, you're going to do the first draft for the rhetorical precis. Now it says it's due by Tuesday, but you guys can get together and say, hey, we like the time frame she's given us, or hey, let's get this done early, okay? So it's up to you. But a first draft by Tuesday, and then somebody's going to look at it and revise and edit it for student 1. So student 1 is writing the first draft. Student 2 is going to revise and edit. There's going to be the 1-page summary. Student 3 is going to write that. And then there's going to be a first draft for the 6-sentence summary and the 6-word summary. For the summary, what I've done is I've provided an assignment for a full-page summary, a 6-sentence summary, and a 6-word summary. The reason for that is when you summarize, depending on the length will determine the information that you're going to include. And so you're not going to include the full-page summary in your Google slide, which I'm going to show you in a minute, but you are going to create it to help you with the 6-sentence and the 6-word summary, okay? And then there's going to be a student that edits and revises all 3. Now, you do not have a 5th person. So person number 1, hi Lucy, I see you're here or you're coming. Student number 1 is going to do this as well. So student number 1 is going to do extra time on this, okay? And I change the student each time who's doing the extra. And then finally, we do need somebody to step in and manage the group. And it's going to be a volunteer, meaning the person who gets it started. And it might be you, right? Because you're here, you're listening. And whoever that person is, they're going to earn some extra credit. And it can be the same person who does it each time, or it can change each time. So I have a little workflow for what you're going to be doing here, okay? Now, I'm okay that you don't know what the rhetorical precis is yet, and I'm okay if you don't know what the summary is yet, but I do want to show you where you're going to put that work once you're done with it, okay? So, hi Lucy, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can see that you're here. Can you hear me, Lucy? Hi Lucy. Anyway, I am going to show you where you're going to put your work. Okay, so this is a Google slide show, and each group has 2 slides for it, okay? So you have 1 slide for the precis and 1 slide for the summary. And you have the names on them. I've created them already. So here's Facebook has Play-Doh and another one for Play-Doh. And so my suggestion is going to be that you get rid of this title. I'm going to try to see if it'll let me highlight it. I'm going to go back. Because it now is, there we go. Get rid of this and put what you want to put for your part. But your causal, and causal is down here, slides 7 and 8, and it says exactly where you are, okay? So on one page, you're going to put the Pressies. On the other page, you're going to put this 6-sentence and 6-word summary, okay? That is going to be for everyone in the entire class to see, all right? So that is kind of the final thing that you're going to do before you go to the reflection. And in the reflection, it's going to be, I did this, my group members did this, we all worked really great together, or 3 of us did the work and 1 person didn't do the work. I need to kind of know how it's going. And so that's a place for you to let me know so I know how to give you guys points, okay? So I'm going to go back to our class here, and I'm going to go back to the module where this all is again. And here we are. I'm scrolling down to our handy dandy module. So again, we have the assignment, we have the workspace for your group, you have the place to put the Google slide where you have the information for the Google Slides, which is the 6-word and 6-sentence summary, and then you have the reflection. So that is going to be the entire assignment.
Okay.
So my thought is that I'm going to go back and show you what the summary and the rhetorical pressies are, unless you'd like me to do something else.
No.
Does that work okay? All right. So let's see if it's here. Okay, so there are links to these assignments here on this second page. Rhetorical pressies and thinking about summary. But I have already opened them up, but I wanted to show you where they are. It's where the prompt is. I'm going to go to thinking about summary. So the goal is for summary. Summary is actually really important. A lot of times it's very much glossed over because it's just, it's basically saying what the text is about. But summary is actually really a little more interesting than that because people can choose what they're going to include in their summary, right? And different people choose different things. And a lot of times that it kind of showcases how you think. And so a lot of times as well, it includes the idea of, am I giving a long summary, a thorough one? Am I giving a shorter one? Or am I really hitting the nuts and bolts? So I'm going to require you to do a 1-page summary, a 6-sentence summary, and a 6-word summary. So for the 1-page summary, I start off having you start with a topic sentence that represents all of the essential information, the type of the work, the title, the author, the date and publication, if relevant. And then you state the writer's overall claim in your own words. So here's an example here. In the article, The New Literacy, published in Wired 2009, Clive Thompson explains that scholars think modern network socializing has lowered young people's ability to write. Okay? That's an example of a topic sentence that you would do for a 1-page summary. You have all this information shoved in here. Now, if you don't have every little piece of the information and you can't find it, then leave that part out. But you should be able to get most of it, if not all of it. And then you need to pretend that the reader of this summary has not read the article or book, and your job is to prove that you have. So you are not to evaluate it, though. This is not a time for evaluation. You are summarizing, okay, the information, not stating an opinion or arguing a claim. So your goal here is to describe the author's key claims, select examples to illustrate the author's argument, present the gist of the author's argument, and integrate quotations correctly if you decide that you are going to do that. If you're going to, hi, I see you. Hi, Lucy. It's good to see you. And then if you choose to use quotations, you don't have to. So you're mostly going to use your own words, but use no more than 2 quotations. Hi, Lucy, can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you, but you can hear me. I want to make sure you, I don't know why I can't hear you, but I can't. But as long as you can hear me, I think we're good to go. All right, so then you have that 1-page summary, and so a good idea is to condense it, okay, to make it shorter. So you're going to keep that first sentence, but you're going to reread the 1-page summary and think about if you had to tell a friend about the reading, but you only had a minute. What would you take out? How would you boil down the gist of the text? So you cut things out. Rewrite to shorten it if need be. Maybe there are only 1 or 2 good sentences that are important. Combine and shorten, and don't use quotations. And then finally, I am having you look at your 6-sentence summary and choose 6 words. And it shouldn't be a sentence. It should just be the most important words. If you were, playing a game and you were trying to describe which text is this, which 6 words would you use, okay? And I want to remind you that this is actually very important, that it means that you are understanding what you are reading. It allows you to think about what you can choose to include in your writing projects as evidence. And then you can use this to help you as you think about your essay prompt and how you're going to integrate the evidence, okay? So that is the summary, and I can't hear you, Lucy, but are there any questions about the summary?
You know what? My only question is I missed where you click to get this information.
That is a good question. So let's go back to the correct page. Maybe go over here. Okay, so this is a short textbook assignment where it says to print me, okay? And on the 2nd page here, you have the instructions right here, thinking about summary. Okay.
Okay.
But you should be able to hear me just because your phone is making some sounds.
Yeah, I don't know whose phone that is. Okay, Ellen, you got to that page by going, let me see. Oh, okay, from there. Let's see.
Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to go back to Canvas for a minute. And right here.
I see.
Right here, I'm going to click on this.
Mm-hmm.
And the assignment instructions are right here.
I see. Okay.
And this is funny because the video is here. I have to change that. Here it is. All right. So the Rhetorical Pressies is the same, in the same place, but it is a different type of writing. So let's take a look at the Rhetorical Pressies. I already have it open, so I'm not clicking to open it. But it helps you. All right, sorry, Lucy. Okay. This helps you to think about the author and how the author has written what he or she has. And in writing these 4 sentences, that's all it is, are 4 sentences that records the essential elements of a text. Okay? And I'm going to actually change that to text because I don't want people to get confused.
And we upload this on Canvas, right?
Yes, all of
Like,
this is on Canvas. Yes, and you are going to upload it on Canvas. Yes, and I am hoping that this video is working. It should this time, and I'm going to have that as well. I will review at the end what I talked about at the beginning so that you know where to put it. But yes, you're going to put this on Canvas. Okay, so how do you write the rhetorical pressies? Well, at the beginning, each sentence of the paragraph contains specific information. Okay, so the first sentence is similar to the sentence in the summary, but it's slightly different, where you are naming the author, genre, title of the work, and then what they're doing, what verb are they doing in this particular text? Are they implying, claiming, etc.? Then you're including what they're doing, okay? So you're thinking about who are you talking about, what is their background, what did they write, what year was it written, and what was their point? All of these answers will be in one sentence for the rhetorical pressies. Okay? So Lucy, I was talking about earlier that every group has their own text. We're jigsawing it, so we're sharing it with everybody. So you are in a group with somebody, and you are in the Twitter group, and the Twitter group is looking at a particular text. I don't remember exactly which one. I think it might be Malcolm X. And so you would look at this for Malcolm X. Okay? All right? The second sentence is an explanation of the evidence and development the author uses to develop and support the thesis. And so you were looking to see, how did they prove their thesis? Do they offer interviews? Is there official data? Are there other outside sources, anecdotes, or stories? And what is the careful observation? Okay? And I will show you, I'm scrolling down, I have a sample of a rhetorical pressies here. So you can take a look at this one and make yours look similar. Okay?
Okay.
Sentence, in fact, I have two. I have two here. And then for sentence 3, you are, is a statement of the author's purpose followed by an in-order phrase. Okay? So what are they trying to do? Are they trying to entertain you? Are they trying to persuade you? Are they trying to inform you? What is their purpose? So this whole sentence is about the purpose. So this is this person's purpose in order to get you to blank.
We have to answer all of those questions on the slides, or we just pick one of them?
Well, no, this is this pressies is 4 sentences. So you are answering this in a single sentence, and this is sentence number 3.
Okay.
And like I said, at the bottom, there are 2 samples, and so you'll be able to look at those samples and how do I get all that information in one sentence? It'll show you a couple of examples how. Okay? And then the 4th sentence of the pressies is a description of the intended audience and or relationship. So who is the author trying to address? Are they talking to teachers, parents, senior citizens, Latinos, Muslims, etc.? If we let's look at the example. So sentence 4, his tone is serious, but also cautiously hopeful. He has in mind an audience of intelligent, concerned people who have not become too alienated to no longer care or believe that they can affect change. Okay, so that's a sample of who the audience is. Okay, again, these sentences, they're thoughtful about the text you are looking at, and it's one way of looking deeply at how the author is putting their text together in order to create some sort of change, okay, or offer some sort of argument or persuasion or observation even, okay? So I have 2, and then I also have a little link if you want to see a template, okay? In
Okay.
addition to that, I have some potential verbs, okay, for the type of writing, and what type of verb you might want to use. And the verb followed by evidence. These are just suggestions. You don't have to use these. They're just here to help you. And I said at the very, very beginning, I think that this first time that we do the group work, it's probably going to be pretty messy. And I'm okay with that. I'm not looking at perfection. I'm looking at you just doing your best. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little wrap up of what I talked about at the very, very beginning. Okay? So I'm opening up our handy dandy modules. And it takes a moment. Here we go. We have the short text point to group assignment, okay, which gives you the instructions. Okay, I will open that up again. You have a workspace discussion forum. You have the Google Slides where you're going to place your work, and then you have a place for the reflection. Okay. I'm going to open up each one quickly again just to show you what it is and what we're doing. So here is the assignment instructions, which we were just at a moment ago. I have the specifics and the Google slide. And I actually had changed this, but I'll change it again. But there's a video here, an almost 4-minute video that kind of gives you an overview as well. So even if you've been here today, you should take a look at the video. Okay? And then I have the groups. Okay? And it says your student number matters. Okay, so make sure to note which one you are. So for our class, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Okay?
Okay. So we're in charge of, like, each name that's in the group, that's what we're in charge of?
Each name,
right.
each group,
Mm-hmm.
the names of the people in the group.
Right.
Each group is in charge of a summary and a rhetorical pressies for one single text.
Okay.
Okay? So, I'm going to go
So
back.
we just get in contact with our team member and then pretty much add them into our Google Slides?
No, no.
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 No? Oh.
So I will go through it. That was the first part of this, but that's okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Then what you do is you have a workspace. And your workspace, waiting for this to open up. Your workspace is right here. Okay? And it is a discussion forum. And your discussion forum is only with your group mates. Okay?
Okay.
And you all have a text that you're going to work on. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then, if we look at, let's see, what did I put? This is the assignment instructions, which I could click out from Canvas. Okay, you should print this out. And based on your student number, you have an assignment to do and a suggested due date.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what student number were you?
I think it was number 2 or 3 I saw. Not sure.
So if you're number 2, you're doing this. If you're number 3, you're doing this.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also need to choose someone to manage the group. That person will receive extra credit. Bless you.
Bless
Thank
you. Manage the group as in emailing each other, making sure we get it done.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Saying,
Okay.
hey, where are you? You're supposed to do X, Y, and Z, right? And you also
Right.
need to decide there's due dates there, but you might want to get it done by this weekend. So you might say,
Okay.
hey, let's get it all done early so we can just be done with this.
Right.
Because we have other stuff to do. Okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to
Okay.
go to the next part. Because this is the Google Slides. Okay, I'm going to show you where it is, and then I'm going to open it up on a separate tab here. Everything's slower on Zoom. Okay, so the Google Slides right here. This is where you're going to place your summary and rhetorical pressies. I have it open here. Every group has 2 slides. So you're going to put your work in your 2 slides, whichever,
Okay.
and it will say what it is. And I have instructions here. It says, here are your 2 slides. They will be labeled by your group names, but you should delete your name and just use your slide. Do not write on other people's slides. And then if you want to add an extra slide, you can use this little plus icon, like, near, you're working on your slide, you can add one here. If you are uncomfortable with Google Slides, there's tutorials on Canvas, but you can just go to YouTube and say, how do I do Google Slides?
No, I had practice with it last semester.
Right. Most people have. It's very similar to PowerPoint. It's very intuitive, but if someone needs to take a look. Okay.
Right.
So that's the third thing that you're doing. All right. The last thing that you are doing before you check out everybody's slides is there is a reflection. And this is where you're going to get most of your points. I'm going to give you some points for your discussion forum, but most of your points are going to be here, and it's just because it's an easy place for me to put this, and everybody has to do it. Once you've edited your Google Docs slides, you are going to note what you did and what others in your group did. You're going to know what went well and why, and you're going to know what could have gone better and why. Okay? So you're going to put this here.
Okay.
And then that way, if there's one person who didn't do the work, you're going to say, so-and-so and so-and-so did this and this. And you don't even have to throw anybody under the bus. You just don't mention their name. You don't even have to say, X, Y, and Z didn't do their part. You just say, I did this and this and this. So-and-so did this and this. And then so-and-so did this and this. And you just don't mention the other person. I'll go, oh, okay. Because I want to know what you did. And I want to know what went well. Because if it didn't go well and I can improve the instructions, I will. And note what could have gone better. What went well, then I'll be like, yay, this went well. What could have gone better? Some of this is just not going to go well because it's the first time. It has little to do with my instructions. But some of it could have gone better because my instructions suck. Who knows, right? So that's this. That's what you're going to do for this. But you're really only producing 2 short things. You're producing a summary and a rhetorical pressies. Okay, but I have very specific guidelines for producing those, so it's going to take a little bit of time to think. But then once you turn this in, and I say this in the video, go back and make a copy of that Google slideshow and keep it so that it's yours. So you have this here. Once everybody has produced theirs, you go to File, and you make your own copy, and you can keep it. And you can go back and look at everything and use it for your essay that you're going to write in the next module. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Will it save automatically every time somebody adds something, or
Yes.
you would just have to do it?
With Google, everything saves. Yes. Everything automatically saves. You don't have to save. That, as in PowerPoint, you have to save, but not with Google Slides or anything. Just like Google Docs.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see you guys for a moment. And I'm making sure hopefully my video is still going. And so how is everybody feeling? Does this feel doable?
Yeah, It looks doable. I mean, I just have to go and reread all the instructions again
Right.
because I was able to get part of it, but
Right. And
it
there's
looks doable.
check the video. Check out the video and print this out. Let's see, do you guys see it? And especially for this, it's the who does what. This is like the most important thing that you need to have printed out, and your student number, whatever that is. Okay, that way you know.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Just to reiterate everything you said, and you probably made this clear, but I was a little bit distracted. So on the slides, what is going to be entered on the slides is the final drafts, right? We're actually going to be working on our own, the Pressies and the summary. We're going to be working within the forum.
Yes. The Google Slides is the final draft. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're only,
Okay.
even though I'm asking you to do a one-page summary, all you're sharing on the Google Slides is the 6-sentence summary and the 6-word summary. I just want you to start broad and then be able to use it to kind of accordion down to get it on that slide. Yeah. So yeah, the discussion form is specifically for your work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So does anyone have any questions about something else? Or are you good to go? All right. Well, you guys have a great afternoon, and I look forward to seeing what you guys produce. I'm excited about this. This is the first time that I'm offering a group assignment like this in an online class, even though I've been teaching online for a long time. So I created this as an assignment class that I was taking. So teachers have looked at it, but really we'll only know if it works well if you guys, if it works well with you. So you guys are sort of the guinea pigs for this. And what that means is that, I'm going to be extra forgiving, right? Because I can.
Good.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, Professor, for your time and for explaining.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thank you.